Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Yamato Campaign. Last time we embarked on the course of total war with a series of war declarations against many of our neighbors, securing for ourselves the Mino province, and now working on the nearby Ki province. Now, these successive wars have been slowed down enormously by the fact that because we are dealing largely with city-states, every single tile is going to be fortified, and we have to power our way through an enormous number of sieges, and the siege luck in this game is quite random, so we are stuck often with waiting around years for these sieges to finish. So we've already gone ahead and progressed 12 years into the campaign at this stage. Now, at this point, the realm is looking in pretty good shape, to be honest, although of course our progression is slowed down quite a bit by this phenomenon I was just talking about. The actual state of the campaign is pretty good. We've got Yamato Campaign in charge with his consort Magariko. They have a healthy 4-year-old daughter, Usyama, who is currently the primary heir. She is still very young, so we don't really know what her stats are going to look like, but things are off to a good start with her having blood of Yamato, and so on and so forth. Other than that, our PI gain of 2.33 is phenomenal for this early on. Pretty happy with how I've been handling the loyalty situation. It may seem a little strange given that in many of my previous campaigns I've often been pretty frustrated by corruption management to give all of my officers free hands, but to quickly explain the strategy behind this. For officers, corruption, although I think at extreme levels can sometimes cause direct loyalty problems, normally speaking, the main thing with corruption is that it affects their, here we go. Their corruption mainly affects their monthly wage, which is a source of expense for my nation that is definitely heightened quite a bit by the levels of corruption. However, I think that this is worth it for the PI. I'm basically trading money for political influence, which is a trade between these two resources I'm usually pretty happy with. So I am on board with having a corrupt but loyal and therefore political influence generating cabinet, so that is, I think, a strategy I'm pretty happy with so far. I think over time, especially later on in the game, you accrue so many cumulative loyalty bonuses that you don't really need to mess around with free hands, and ultimately what I care about is just having the political influence necessary to continue advancing my goals in the campaign, which are largely, as usual, bottlenecked by needing to use political influence for everything that I want to do. I still have a number of things I want to spend political influence on. I want to get another holy site going, one in Awadi. I don't know exactly which deity I would want to use for that purpose, but I have a couple of good options. I also want to set up a city in Iwa and also set up a city in Yasu. I may eventually also, not just may, but I for sure eventually want to set up a city in Honokuni as well, but these are definitely lower priorities. I think getting a city in Yasu is not a bad idea because it's already fortified. It's not coastal, but it is farmland, and it is by a lake for what that's worth. I don't know if that counts as having fresh water. Looks like it doesn't. That's fine, though, as a farmland tile in Wa is going to be quite valuable, so we are going to take full advantage of the good terrain where we can find it. So, and then, of course, a city in Iwa will be great to act as our port city for Yamato. And then I also have some other political influence expenses that I am planning ahead for. Something I did between episodes was I did a pretty deep review of how I would go about actually transitioning eventually, not right away, but eventually, from a levy to a legion. As I've decided that in this campaign, and I know in previous campaigns I've made promises about messing around with the legion mechanics, and I rarely have done so. I'm just so familiar and comfortable with the levy mechanics. But I think I am experienced enough with Imperator at this point, and my mission actually rewards it quite substantially with this very powerful permanent bonus. I think this is the campaign, if there was ever a campaign, to actually commit to doing an early game Legion strategy. I think it also does fit the vibe of playing as sort of ancient Japan. Of course, the idea of having a powerful army, even if we're very far in the past before the samurai, certainly does feel very cool. And this kind of militaristic culture was in this region before the specific Bushido code emerged, so it's not exactly ahistorical or anything. But either way, I did quite a bit of research and review of the Legion mechanic to figure out exactly what I'd want to do. And one thing that I actually did quite a bit off camera here was I reviewed my military traditions. Now, I previously noted that we've got Huaxia traditions, but I actually overlooked that we also have Wa traditions, which makes sense as we are on the island of Wa, and we are of Wa culture, and yeah, so we've got Wa traditions. I just missed this earlier. And I reviewed both of these traditions together, as well as the wrong traditions, which one of these, I think it might be the one up here. One of these, here it is. This military tradition unlocks the wrong traditions when activated. I think this is the only new tradition tree that becomes unlocked. So I also looked at the wrong traditions. And let's see here. I think I can access this just by doing the wrong traditions unlocking tradition from the Huaxia traditions. I'm not entirely sure. Normally, to get traditions, you have to mess with integration, integrating other cultures, which is not a strategy I plan to use, but either way. So I reviewed the wrong traditions as well to be throughout. And basically, what I've determined is that in terms of Legion composition, what I probably want to go for is a composition that mixes either Axemen or light infantry, probably light infantry, because I'll have, I think, more bonuses for light infantry in the long run, and then be my front line, and then my back line would probably be pikemen, which is a kind of unit that's buffed quite a bit over here in the Huaxia traditions, and there are a lot of light infantry bonuses over here as well. And then my flankers would probably be horse archers, who are already good at flanking, but would be made even better by the actually, interestingly, very horse archer-oriented wrong traditions. So this is definitely kind of planning ahead. Obviously, at the moment, I don't have any of these traditions, so the unit types I'm also selecting just also fit the roles well, I think, of primary rank, second rank, and then flankers. But either way, the great thing with Legions is I have a lot of control over what composition I want to go for, and by having a focus on just 3 unit types, you can really min-max the bonuses you're going for your military. And this would result in an infantry-centric army structure, which would, in general, be more infantry than what I currently have, with my basically mixed infantry-cavalry army. It's more like a 50-50 thing at the moment. Now, something to note about switching from a Levy approach to a Legion approach is the big effect it has on your Levy size multiplier. So keep in mind at the moment I have that Levy size multiplying military service law, 10% from that. If I were to switch, and I'd have to go to either Royal Guard or Royal Army in order to get Legions. Royal Army requires major power status and the late tech cohort, so I'm not going to be getting this for quite a long time. So we'll be going for Royal Guard instead, and this gives a 2.50% Levy size multiplier, which is a 7.50% reduction from the Levy size emphasizing military service law. So we will be expecting to see a smaller number of available units. Of course, Legions have to make use of the same manpower and cohort pool that Regions do, and the whole idea with the way that Legions work in this game is that essentially a region can support a Legion and maybe a little leftover as a Levy, or put all of its available manpower and cohort strength into a Legion regionally. And then, of course, once I have the later technology cohorts and I change that law again, multiple regions can each support a Legion from their population. So for now, we will be focusing on the Wa region, of course. This is quite a large region, and it will be a good base of operation to have a powerful Legion. Now, the other thing that's going to change with a shift over to a Legion approach is that I will be able to assign a legionary commander and sub-commanders for controlling the army. Now, at the moment, Yamato Campaign is actually a phenomenal military leader, so I'm not necessarily in a giant rush to replace him, but even if he's not leading the army directly, his good marshal will still affect the realm in positive ways. And in all honesty, I think that freeing up my High King / High Queen for my succession position from needing to have good marshal to lead the Levy of Wa, and given that I have no other regions nearby that I can easily make use of for a governor leading a very small army to then take over the whole army, which is a strategy that you can do with levies. Given that I really just don't have any nearby regions to grab a little bit of territory in to create a region split for that strategy, I think that going for a Legion approach also fits with the kind of geographic situation that I'm in. So with all that explanation noted, when will I be switching to legions? Well, it's probably not going to be super soon, as in order to even change that law, I first have to have regional power status. Now, in this mod, I don't think this is in the base game, but in Terra Indomita at least, there's no other law requirement. I think in the base game, there is a requirement to have professional training. I vaguely remember that, but in Terra Indomita, that's not actually required. I wouldn't mind having this anyways, because it's a good bonus, but all I'll need to actually change this law is to have regional power status, which is something I'm going to have fairly soon. I think I talked about this last time. I'm currently at, let's see here, 23 territories, and I actually only need 2 more territories to become a regional power. So we're not that far away, and I will have to spend some PI and stability, obviously, to change this. Then I'll have to actually create the Legion, and that's going to involve an enormous amount of money. Legions are very, very expensive to create, and then they're expensive to maintain. And that's the other thing to keep in mind, is that unlike with the Levy, which you raise or lower, the Legion is always standing, right? And even in peacetime, the Legion simply existing does cost you a fair bit of upkeep, even on lower army pay, which is, and this is a kind of meta that I will definitely have to pay a lot of attention to ensure I'm not bankrupting the nation. And keep in mind, with my sort of weird warlord economy, I still don't exactly have the economic basis to comfortably support a giant high-tech legion. However, I'm going to try to think long-term here and focus on creating a powerful army that can then sack more cities for me, enslave more people for me, and ultimately pay for itself through being a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. So for now, my levy is more than sufficient for my current military needs. And I think especially as I finish up conquering the Wa culture areas, this will give me a great source of population to work with, even with the reduced levy size once I change the law, to then create a powerful legion that I can continue to grow as I assimilate the rest of the Wa region, and then use that legion for all of my further purposes. And I'll eventually, much later in the campaign, switch again to that higher tech law later on, once I have the later technology, in order to create legions from other regions, but that's a very, very distant strategy. So for now, that is the situation with that. Now, our levy is recovering after some recent wars. We are probably going to be attacking Kaya next, but for now we're not going to be attacking anybody. Fortunately, in this game, if you get attacked by an AI, you are able to re-raise your levy immediately, so we are not necessarily in severe risk while our levy is recovering, but fingers crossed that we just don't have to deal with that. Not that I'm very scared of anyone attacking me, but it would just be kind of a hassle. In the meantime, we're focusing on just recovering our manpower. 26 per month is solid. And again, I could change this over to the manpower recovery speed bonus or the manpower bonus. I don't think it's particularly necessary. I think having social mobility is still the way to go, as there is still further ratio available here for our pops. So I'm happy to continue allowing promotion, and we do still have very quick promotion happening up here. I think we're good to go ahead and resume. Let's do just that. I also think that getting 25 ships is another goal I want to go for. Now, I would kind of like to just keep my ship strength to what I need to carry my army around for now. And there's an argument for actually either going for entirely Liburnians to have like a transport fleet, or going for entirely triremes, or a mix of triremes and Liburnians to have a bit more naval strength. Eventually I'll be able to have medium ships, although I think I'm going to need level 3 ports to be able to do that. And I need wood as well, or cedar, which I don't have locally. Yeah, Mino doesn't actually have wood or cedar, which is a shame. Let me take a look really quick. Is there any wood on this island? Do you think there would be? Here's some wood up here. Okay. Okay, so there's wood up here in Kaga, and then there's wood further north as well. That's actually it, though. I'm assuming there's no cedar to be found. Let me look for a cedar tile. There's a cedar tile. Yeah, I think cedar is local. No, there's a little bit of cedar on the mainland. No cedar on the islands, though. Fair enough. I suppose that'd be too much to ask. Alright, we also have a pirate fleet living here. That's perfect. Got some mint tea. It's delicious. Our economy is struggling a little bit. We have a lot of forts, so that's definitely contributing to our maintenance problems, but not too much we can do about that. Again, I'm thinking long term. I'd rather spend a little bit of extra income right now and then not have to rebuild the fort later. Plus, having these forts does help me strategically. But eventually I will build the cities to make use of the forts. I could also change some of my gods. I have a fair bit of stability right now. We still have positive trend even in the positives. I think switching away from Kemi Musubi to somebody else might be a good idea. This archer discipline is currently not doing very much for me. Fujin for the Legion maintenance cost is now going to be actually quite a solid option. Plus, AE Change Omen is kind of nice to have available. AE Impact passive is actually pretty good as well. War score cost Omen in the early game is not going to matter too much because I'm not going to have any war score cost issues in the city-state style wars, not normally. I think going for Fujin might not be the worst idea. Yeah, I think having AE Change Omen available would be quite nice. But is this a worthwhile change to make right now, or is there somebody better I can change over to? Let's see. I do want to change to Izanami eventually, although for now it's not super necessary. You know, I think I will go ahead and change to Fujin. Now's a good moment while I've got some peacetime going on. It's going to be 15 stability. Let's change over Kami Musubi. Okay. Now, one of the oldest kami, Fujin was one of 2 kami born from Izanami to escape Yomi before it was sealed off by Izanagi. He is the kami of the wind and is sometimes called Kaze or Ryobo. He is commonly depicted with his brother Raijin, kami of lightning, thunder, and storms. Alright, very nice. Can also build a holy site to Fujin. I could do that in Owari as well. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to make any commitments quite yet. How is the realm looking? Pretty good. It is looking pretty good. It's 100%, 100%. It's phenomenal. Good stuff. Impatience is a virtue. Yamato Magariko has become increasingly restless of late. She believes that her stature is deserving of a key role in our government. She has approached her court, insisting that we bestow such a role upon her. Indeed, given her prominence, perhaps we should consider this carefully. Can I give her a position? I guess I can if she's the consort. Just wait a little longer. Alright, also Court of Law is done in Yamato, very nice. We're now at our building cap. For now, we'll get more population probably pretty soon, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, now, my consort doesn't exactly have amazing stats, so I don't really want to give up a good position for her. But she's going to lose a lot of loyalty if I don't at least give her a token position. Maybe something like Physician? Let me see here. Just scroll down to find her. There she is. I mean, she's technically almost as good as my current Chancellor, which is a little absurd. Chancellor's a family head, so I'd want to put him somewhere else if I were to fire him. I mean, having her as the Chancellor is kind of interesting in a lore sense, you know, because she's the consort. She's depressed, loving, proud, blood of Yamato, trusting, and shy. Well, she'd be much better at the job than if she was the Physician. I tend to find that Physician's a pretty safe position to have kind of a less good character for. Interesting thing to consider. I could put my Chancellor over here as the researcher. I think I should probably do it like that. Let's replace my Chancellor with my wife. Where is she? There she is. Yamato Magariko. She is now my Chancellor. And she's a bit more loyal, which I suppose is doesn't hurt. Alright, and then let me put that family head character over here. Where is he? There he is. He's also got polymath, so that's actually kind of nice. Okay. I think that was a good trade there, and she now has a position. She's got arguably one of the best positions as well, so hopefully she appreciates that. Alright, how's my daughter doing? Looking good. I could rival her. I don't think I will, but I could. It's a bold new parenting strategy. Declaring your child your enemy. What's going on in the world these days? Wei is losing ground to Chin. Okay, nothing too surprising there. Selly kids are losing ground to Ptolemaics. Alright. Everything looks about normal. So we got Big Kush down here. Very nice. Joseon's doing quite well. Okay. Good stuff. Now, I think that with my current army strength, I actually could probably do multiple wars at the same time. The issue is I can siege multiple castles at the same time, because I can split safely into two armies that where attrition won't prevent them from sieging. The concern is that I can't do multiple assaults, because I just don't have the infantry strength for that. So, I guess it's going to depend on the situation, whether it makes sense or not to do it like that. We'll see. I like having the option available, but that doesn't mean I necessarily should exercise it. We'll have to look at the situation when we get to it. How am I doing on the score? I am number 7 in the world, alright. That's pretty good. Oh. Alright, we've got Titibu working with some mercs. I'm not fighting them right now, but it's worth keeping an eye on whoever is using the mercenaries on the islands, as that's definitely quite like a swing factor that changes how I need to plan things out. Oh! War! The Yayoi city-state of Soga declared war upon us. Prepare for battle. Okay, well, as I said, I knew this was a possibility. I guess after all of these years of me rejecting their attempts to give them military access, they finally decided to get it in the other way that you can get military access. Well, they're going to walk right into my fort, which is currently not paid for, so let me go. Okay, well, it's become paid for now, but it's not going to have a garrison there locally right now. Alright, let's increase the pay, and... man. Because my fort's not paid for, let me raise my army in Honokuni. This actually did speed up my, yeah, so they've let me raise, oh, also 12, that's pretty good. They let me raise my army early, which is actually kind of nice of them, so thanks for that one, AI. Okay, so who's in this war? I guess it's just Soga. World's most intelligent war declaration right here. What are these guys doing? I don't even know if they have one cohort to their name. Okay, well, they're about to not have a tile to their name, because let's just walk in here. In fact, you know what? I don't need my fort maintenance, because my army's right here. Alright, well, the AI is helping me fight them faster, so that works for me. Alright. In we come. They may raise one cohort, but it'll be a stack wipe. Or they won't raise any cohorts at all. That works also. Fortress under siege. They've also not got a full garrison either. Okay, this is just some goofy stuff right here. I could do an assault. I guess the question is, let me think about my goals with this war. So I wasn't really planning to expand into Musashi province, but I should take this territory because it's going to save me another year or so of sieging later. So, okay, I take this tile, and then what do I do from there? Probably I just go back over here to what I was doing before. I guess the question would be, if I do an assault here, I guess as I walk back over, I regain some strength from my manpower pool. I'm not going to have full strength, but that's okay. I've got a lot of forces here. 3.5k. I'm not going to lose that much. Do I attack Kaya right after they're fighting Aki? I think that's fine. I think I attack Kaya, and then I maybe assault them? Maybe I siege that one manually, and then I maybe just attack Aki right after. I should just work my way around Ki either way. Okay, so let's, do I give it a tick? 34 days. No, I don't want to give it a tick. 16.10 assault power. I think we just go for it. This should be pretty free. Okay, it was we took some damage, but it was an assault at the very beginning, so that's fair. Okay, what's our population like over here? 3. All right, I'm gonna gently loot. Okay, so thanks for giving me your tile. I guess I don't know what your plan was there, but it wasn't a very good one. Soga Musashi to Yamato. All right. Well, the Yayoi city-state of Soga accepts our generous peace offer. Soga Musashi to Yamato. Okay, well, that's what you that was the path you chose. I may want to keep the fort here because this is also a solid city location. It's actually a better city location, I think, than Honokuni, but I think there's no reason in the world. You know what? Hold on. What's my shrine like over here? I think it's worth it just to have cities wherever I can have them, even if they're kind of next to each other. Soga and Honokuni are both solid city locations. There's no reason to only pick one or the other. I'll have the resources to support multiple cities, and with the bad terrain of these islands, I have to go for it wherever I can. So let's keep the fort here. It's going to be expensive, I know, but I think it's worthwhile. All right, so let's go ahead and have these guys. Ooh, there's a holy site here. Is there really? Okay. Which deity is this? This is the pop conversion deity. That's right. I might actually just keep this holy site here. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep this holy site. What do we have here? Local manpower. Oh, here's what it was. Removing this one. Okay. Cancel. Add another slot I can use for free. Anything that's really good for... You know, this would actually be much better in my capital location, I think. Let me replace the Kusanagi with the local manpower one. Alright, I'll get 1 AE, that's fine. Okay, let's put this over in Yamato. The Ame no Ohabari is a spear used by Izanagi after Izanagi's wife, Izanami, painfully gave birth to the kami of fire, Kagatsuchi. She would die. In retaliation, Izanagi would use Ame no Ohabari to behead the newly born kami of fire. It's a little counterproductive, I feel. The bloodshed of this event would in turn birth many new kami to the world. The spear would eventually be passed down to... Who was it passed down to? I guess we'll never know. Alright. Hold on, how am I... Oh, I have to... yeah, that's right. I have to take it through here. Hello? Where's my item? Oh, is it over here still? Can I move it back to my capital? How does this system work? Oh, it's still here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course. Now I should be able to. Here it is. Oh, I guess it just doesn't say. Okay, deposit. There we go. That should be worth quite a bit of manpower, actually. We'll see. Anyways, let's head back over here. And then as for this new tile, I'm going to give it, let's see. I guess for now we'll do cultural assimilation. Should be fine. Okay, let's head over here. I guess do I want to attack up in the north instead? I could do that. Who owns this? It's owned by Oki. It's I just need to send 1 unit over there to besiege it because there's no fort. I guess I could attack the north and bring my navy around to help out and ferry 1 unit over. Who are these guys fighting? I don't know. I guess the issue is I don't know if they have if they're under siege right now. I guess I can figure this out. Doesn't look like they are. Okay. Is it worth it? I think it's better to attack in the south first. Where are these guys fighting exactly? Okay, they're fighting these guys. I like how they hired the 3k merc stack for this war. I mean, that's what they gotta do. No one has enough strength to siege anyways. Alright, let's just head over here and fight in the south for now. We'll get the island later. There's no huge rush. Also, let's not forget to do this. And I guess I could also... No, never mind. It's still a Duma. Where's the next culture? The next culture is down here, I suppose. We'll think about what our Kumaso colony should be. Befitting stature. Yamato Magariko is settling into her new role well. Whilst she is of the belief that this was only befitting a woman of her stature, she's decided to show her gratitude by offering a small donation to the state. Alright, how kind. 24 gold. Actually, not too bad. Thanks. Alright, we're gonna regain our strength a little bit from our manpower as we walk, but it's still gonna be not a full recovery. Yeah, we're back down to basically no manpower. Ugh. Once we've got enough manpower max, I probably want to go for... Where was it? Yeah, Triumphal Coins. But if I don't have 5k manpower to gain, in terms of room, it's going to be wasted, so I need to time it precisely. Alright, around we come. This will have to do. Kaya is here. That's fine. We'll stack wipe them. Okay, these guys are now not on here, so we can move in without any problems. I don't think there would have been a problem anyways, because we're in different wars. We would be in different wars, but I think Kaya is my permanently planned capital location. I guess that means attacking it last may make sense, so that the game may have a higher chance of staying in the capital there, but the game could also pick a capital randomly anyways. I guess we're here. Let's just attack Kaya. That would be fine. 22nd of November. We shall move on in. Although it doesn't look like it, this is a farmland tile, so we will make this the capital of the province. Alright, let's go for it and take key from Kaya. Alright, should be a stack wipe. Also, what is my... I should adjust this before battle. Deception is right. Light infantry, archers... Archers, that's fine. Should be a stack wipe. There's the stack wipe. Alright. Now, here's the question. Do we assault? We're gonna win the assault. And here's the thing I'm thinking about as well. With this victory, we will become a regional power. Because we'll be at 25. Which means, with this victory, we can then change our law, or prepare and save up resources to change our law, and then we can start doing our legionary reforms. I think we've got enough population to work with, and this should be fine. The only concern would be if we were to lose like half of our cohort strength and be unable to siege with a legion, but I don't think that's very likely. I think even with the reduced cohort size from changing all of our laws, we're going to have more than enough to be able to maintain at least one siege at a time. Plus, we're going to be able to get siege engineers, which will be great for speeding up the sieges, which is another thing I'm thinking about. Because legions with siege engineers can perform sieges quite a bit faster when you have to do them manually, or do them kind of, the slow way. Alright, let's just assault this and get this over with. We're going to chew through the rest of our infantry, but we're going to recover after this. There it is, the sacking of Kaya. Very nice. This is a small location, so let's only loot gently. Okay, super piece. I will be taking this. I have to wait until 22nd of December, that's fine. Alright. Increase my rank to regional power, all according to plan. Alright. Here it is. The Yayoi city-state of Kaya accepts your generous peace offer. Kaya key to Yamato. Also, we now have control of this impassable terrain, which makes our name appear the correct orientation, which is great. This is a campaign first, I think. That's pretty good. Okay, we've become a regional power instead of a local power. Since we're an independent country with 25 territories, we can now guarantee, and we cannot join defensive leagues, which is fine by me. And we get the following modifiers. Notably, our mercenary army max is now at 2, although of course there's still only so many mercenary armies on these islands, and the other modifiers you can see for yourself. Very good. Let's go ahead and lower the army. What's our recovery rate now? Another year and 2 months situation. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to keep this fort here, and I guess I could move the capital here, hoping it doesn't move again. I'm not confident that that's how that's going to happen, so I think for now I'm going to wait. There's no reason to move the capital here if I'm going to have to spend a ton of loyalty to move it around again, even with my good loyalty gain. I think Borderlands is the right option for here. Okay, with that noted, we can now adopt Royal Guard once we have 35 PI, so we need to get there. Also, our stability is a little on the low side because we did that Omen change. Okay, so 15 stability in a few months would be taking us down to around 25, which is okay. Not ideal. I may want to do a sacrifice to speed things up. Let me change my law, and then I'll do the sacrifice after that. Also, let's not forget to do this also. Everybody? Good. Also go ahead and reduce army maintenance and reduce fort maintenance. Actually did not need fort maintenance in that war anyways, but I suppose this is fine. Okay, economy is not in great shape with all the forts we've got, but here we are. Not too much I can do about that. We're now number 4 in the world. Very good. Okay, we have another trade route available. We'll take a look at that in a moment. I can also probably reach more people now. I can. Not a lot of resources available still, but I can get gold. 1 copy of gold from Zhao, which I absolutely will go for. Gonna want a second copy as soon as I can reach one. Okay. Also, you know what? Let me cancel one of my sheep and examine if there's more good stuff. I probably want to grab iron. Actually, do I? For surplus for pikeman discipline, I think it's actually worth it, although I can only get 1 copy right now. I'll come back to that later. I can also reach 1 copy of vegetables. Okay. Wild game. I guess for now I'll trade for value. Is livestock still the most valuable? Looks like it is. Okay. Well, I guess I could secure 1 iron trade for now. I eventually do want that surplus. It's a little bit less valuable, but I think it's more strategically important. Okay, rising from obscurity. Yamato fortunes are rising. Over time, our kingdom has achieved both greater wealth and power. Traditionally, we've relied on the ability, valor, and dignity of our ancient and honorable families, but with rising fortune, there is also ample opportunity for new men of quality to rise beyond their birthright. Some families have, to a greater degree than others, achieved power and influence in our kingdom, and there's perhaps room for one of them to leave a lasting legacy among the Yamato elites. Okay, so we've got ourselves 3 random people. None of these are officers. Let's see. I could bring in the Omi family, the Anabeno family, or the Masano family. Okay. No, she's definitely the best of these options stat-wise. I'm going to go for the Omi family. All right, Omi Magariko, same name as my wife, I believe, actually. Comradely, that's interesting. Just and zealous. Perhaps a, what is this? Commander. Perhaps a legion leader right here. Her actual marshal's not amazing, but the spear... Actually, no, that's spearman, not pikeman. Never mind. Still probably a good option. Maybe a good charisma character. Let me go ahead and welcome Omi Magariko as our new family head. Well, we'll see if her parent becomes the family head. Okay. What do we have here? Alright, looks like her dad, Omi Tubara, became the family head. Actually, he's got pretty good martial as well. Okay. Let us assign. Let's see. Do I have anybody? Yeah, you've got really good martial. Yamato Ukime may actually become my Legion leader. I'm worried about her health here. Can I help her with treatment? Hopefully she just does it on her own. I'm going to replace her with Omi Tubara, who's going to probably die soon, but I have to put him somewhere. Actually, you know what? The family only needs one position. Is that really all I need? Oh. I guess this is the more families mod changes this, because there's going to be fewer positions, which is, I think, a good thing to consider. So there's somebody else who I can bring in from that other family. Yeah, Omi Magariko herself. Oh, she actually has even more than I was expecting. Okay. I think she could be quite good in a oratory position. Can I make the other, my wife, the other Magariko, can I replace her? Is she going to get mad because I gave her a position and then I withdrew it? I mean, she'll be mad about it, but from an event point of view, I don't know if it's going to cause any problems. She is really loyal, which I shouldn't overlook. Her loyalty is a bit more questionable, but it will be good once I hire her. Well, she's got good zeal. I'll make her the physician for now. Or, I mean, good finesse, not good zeal. I think that's fine. And then we'll keep an eye on this. Okay. Very good. And we'll save our money. We really need a lot of money for founding a legion, so we need to save as much of it as we can. Okay. Very good. How's my daughter doing? Very good. When can I start tutoring her? 12 and 16, okay. The treasury of Hatano Toda no Sukune. It seems Hatano has gotten his hands on a lot of wealth, as he has started investing a great deal of silver into building a reputation for himself lately. Though it is unclear exactly where he found these riches, his efforts are surprisingly effective. With his increased popularity, Toda no Sukune has started vying for a more powerful position in Yamato, shamelessly comparing himself to our High King Yamato Kore. Okay, let's see. The gold here is not very valuable. I'll lose a little bit of legitimacy and popularity. That's fine. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, can I get up to some funny business? I need 200 political influence. I need to deify Yamato Kore for my mission. And I don't know when I'm gonna have 200 PI just sitting around for this, but I gotta do it at some point. And I'm trying to remember. I think you can deify somebody after they're dead. I mean, that's what happened in real history. That's typically how deification worked. But if I did it while he was alive, that wouldn't hurt either. And it requires. No, what I'm worried about actually is whether this mission actually looks at Yamato Kore specifically, or whoever the current ruler is. I may still deify Yamato Kore because it feels right, but I might have to deify his successor for this mission. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that Toda no Sukune will quiet down in time, hopefully. It is what it is. Nothing to be done about that. We have another Rising from Obscurity family. Okay, the mod is working. We've read this already. Now we can go ahead and bring up another family. Okay, who doesn't suck? Okay, you don't suck. Yugeno Update. Alright, we'll make the Yugeno family the next family of the nation. Alright, this mod is definitely working. We have a lot of characters to work with. Keeping in mind that we're working with not only more families from the mod, but also all of the characters of every gender because of the kind of culture we have. So we are in great shape in terms of our options. Okay, so who am I comfortable replacing? Ooh, this is the new family head. Another good oratory character. That's interesting. I think getting a legion going is going to be great just to have more positions. I could actually make this guy my admiral. I do need to have an admiral. Having a family head admiral is a little questionable, but it is technically... Actually, I could make this guy, who's not the family head, but... Okay, he doesn't have any good traits. Neither does this guy, technically. I think having the family head be in a position of... I guess the concern would be... Let me look at his traits real quick. Uncaring. Okay, that's negative loyalty. Forgiving is positive loyalty. I'm going to roll the dice on this. Wait, that's the wrong character. This is from the other family. Okay. Here's the guy I was meant to be looking at. What do you have? Pacifist. Okay. Obsessive. You know, this guy should probably be a researcher, actually. Yeah, let me make him my researcher. I think that's the way to do it. There we go. Now we got full traits across the board, which is pretty swell. Also 8.2 research. That's pretty good. Nice and quick. We're progressing along, a few years away from our first natural research progression. Okay. We just need the PI, and then we can change our law. I think we will be doing this before our next war. Now is a good moment while we're recovering manpower. We got some money saved up. We're just not going to be enough, but we'll see. I can always start the Legion at a smaller size, then grow it to its full strength. And I will use the entire leviable population of Wa for this Legion. We're going full into the Legion strategy for this approach. I guess I could do a little teeny tiny quick war to take Oki, but I don't think that's necessary right now. So is this plains? No, it's hills. Okay. Never mind. I got excited. I thought I'd be able to get a cool coast. I mean, I could build a city on Oki still, but I don't really think it really makes sense. Hills is not great. Here we go. Okay, this is going to be expensive on the old stability. We're going to go down to just above 25, so government won't collapse at the moment. But, yeah, the other thing this will do is hurt my my Wa happiness, but it will also improve the happiness of non-Wa pops, so that is handy. And discipline 5%, of course, is great. Royal Guard. A great kingdom such as ours cannot rely solely on levy troops to support the expansive foreign policies of the realm. A permanent and well-drilled royal guard is not just a luxury that a monarch might use to impress lesser kings. It is instrumental in bending the world to our will. Whew, here we go. Alright. Stability drop. Now we have some pretty bad stability problems, but good positive trend. Let's take a look at the 6. That's brutal. Alright, so we can raise a legion of up to 6 cohorts. At least that's going to be cheaper as a starting point. And that will be enough to siege reliably. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a legion in Wa. Alright, what do I want to name it? I didn't even think about that. I need to also figure out the command structure here. Okay, I remember how this works. Okay, so what's the cost going to be like? Does it cost current manpower to create? I guess it would, probably. Ooh, okay. I didn't even think about that. I'm not going to be able to actually create this legion for a little while. I'll probably have to do it unit by unit as well. Okay, so, but just to be, let's see. I'll start with 6, so I'm probably going to go for maybe, I guess I could just go for 4 pikemen and 2 light infantry. What's this going to cost? It's going to cost 3k. I mean, this is what I'll go for in the long run. I'm not going to, you know, make this at the beginning, but I'll edit the Legion as it goes. Yeah, something kind of like this. We'll have to wait till we have 500 manpower to create the first unit to work with. I'll have to think of a cool name as well. Probably Legion of Wa is fine, but I could probably go for something more creative. Alright, we'll wait for now. But that's good to know. Now we've got it at least ready to go in terms of setting it up. If someone attacks me right now, I'm going to have a pretty small levy to work with. But we shall see if someone has any delusions of grandeur. Hopefully not. As for my PI, I think I'm definitely going to be stabbing that pig once I have the chance. It's going to be very necessary. I'm also going to have a bit more sort of spare money to work with than I was expecting. I should probably start investing a little bit into a wadi as well. I could build taverns over here. Wouldn't hurt. Or noble districts. As a tax-oriented location, what am I going to want for that? Probably Freeman. So taverns will be good for that, honestly. I mean, it'll be tax-oriented in the long run. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves here. Also build Freeman districts. I'll have to think about this more later. I think for now, let's save all of our money. What's this? A researcher, family head? Actually, is this a family head? Hold on. Yeah, he is. Didn't he have free hands before? Okay, well, I'll give him free hands again. That should fix it. Okay, 2.32. PI is great. Now we just need manpower. If I get any of those events where I get offered a bulk amount of manpower, I will go for it. It'll speed things up quite a bit. Yeah, this will be the reason why my wars are slower. I guess I could squeeze in another levy war in half a year, just so that my forces are put to use. As long as I lower them when the war ends, they won't steal from my manpower pool. We can get away with one assault and lower type situation. Also of note, the thing does require 10 units in the Legion. Oh, barbarians in the Key Mountains. Okay. What are we going to be dealing with here? Okay. 9 cohort barb stack. That's a little alarming. I don't exactly have the strength right now to really fight you. The question is, okay, you're Wa Kodo. I'm just going to let you actually settle in these lands, because that's more Wa population, so welcome, welcome to Yamato. Make yourselves at home. Feel free just to live in my towns. These guys will literally be joining my army soon as just members of my population. I wish there was a way to, like, offer for them just peacefully come live here, but I guess that's how it's going to work through them conquering, so. Alright. Yeah, siege my towns, that's fine. Oh, okay, this is not so fine. Oki declared war upon us. Okay. Oki... Oh, the island? Oki declared war on me? Okay. What? I don't think they have any cohorts at all. Okay, well... Alright. That's not exactly what I was expecting. I guess this let me... I can re-raise my levy now, which is nice. You know what? I think I might just ignore Oki for a second and just go to war with Aki. My levy is now re-raisable. I should probably just do that, honestly. I'm actually worried about running into the barbs by accident, so how do I want to handle this? Is Aki at war with anybody? No, they're not. I think I'll do this. I'm going to raise my army in Kaya, attack Aki, assault Aki with my army, and then with the damaged army, sail over to Oki and then take Oki. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of an odd approach, but we have to just progress every chance we get here. Let's go to increase pay. That's fine. So fort maintenance, go back down to 0. Declare war to take key. Or to take, yeah, to take key from Aki. In we go, 10th of October. Alright, that's fine. They're adding more Wa population. They're going to be tribal, so I have to promote them, but that's not a huge deal. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, here we are. Should probably let my morale recover, or I could just do this immediately. Hold on. I still have 3 units to work with, so this is probably fine. Let's just do an assault. Yeah, this is good. Oh, you know what? Bring the ships over. Sacking of Aki. Very nice. 3 pops, let the looting be gentle. Okay, now, can I not recover my manpower in time? Ooh, probably not. You know, I just remembered, these are true ocean tiles, which are like 100 billion% slower for ship movement, so we're going to be just crawling our way around in the waters here. I'm going to wait to finish this war with Aki until I can get my men on the ships so that they're not taking all my manpower and recovery, although as an occupied tile, I think they might recover a little bit on the end of the month. I guess we'll see. Come on, 260. They're recovering. I don't want them to recover. I want my manpower from my legion. Now. Mercs are walking back. Okay, I'm a bit worried about the barbs actually sacking Yamato, so I'm gonna raise my... Okay, it's actually been raised automatically, so that's fine. If the barbs come to Yamato, I'm gonna pay them off to leave. A grand festival. In a stunning display of generosity, Okada, a well-loved member of our religious institution, has commissioned a grand festival out of his own pocket. Alright, I will take it. Alright, I need you to not come to Yamato, and we're not going to have a problem. Okay, on to the ships. 2nd of December, one more tick. Ugh. Impatience is a virtue. Okay, so we've seen this event before. Yamato Mati wants a key role. Okay, well, hold on. I think this may mean office is in an office in here. He has good zeal. I could probably replace Sagano Hakusen. I think I should probably do that. Alright, where is he? Here he is. Yamato Mati, he can go ahead and become my court philosopher. Ooh. Loyalty is questionable, but we have gone ahead and fixed that already. Very good. Okay, recovering more from my pool. Please stop. Okay, Aki key to Yamato. Alright, there it is. Okay, you just swing around here. These guys do have 2 ships, but even on low morale, I'm not super concerned. If my levy gets sunk by like a pirate fleet on the way over, I will spontaneously combust in protest. But that's all I can do because I am at the mercy of the very slow movement speed around here. You know, actually, you know what? True Ocean Coastal is not the really bad one. It's True Ocean that's the really bad one. I think True Ocean Coastal is slower than other kinds of coastal locations, but my previous statement may have been a little excessive. But we'll see. Maybe it's going to be fine. Yeah, this is actually not so bad. I guess this is Coastal Sea over here. Alright, 29th of December. In you go. And this will just be a very quick affair. Also, end of the 5-year period. Alright, our fortress is under siege over here. That's fine. While it's paused, let me go ahead and do the Omen. Do I want to go for... I can't go for this yet. I don't really need this at the moment. Actually, having an anti-tyranny Omen might be kind of good. Do I have any anti-tyranny Omens available? Probably not. I don't think so. I didn't spot one earlier that I recall. Ruler pop gain might not be the worst thing to go for. Actually, we've got plenty of popularity. Let me just go for... I guess... am I already going to go for research points? I mean, it is buffed up. You know, I think it might be worth it, actually. Let me go... For now, let me go for... Or pop simulation speed could be good, too. I do have a few places now working on pop simulation. Let me go for pop simulation with Tsukiyomi. Alright. I think, have I read this before? I don't remember if I have. Tsukiyomi is the kami the moon. He is the twin brother of the sun goddess Amaterasu. He had a falling out with Amaterasu because he killed a kami of food, and ever since then, Amaterasu wished to see him no more, giving birth to the concept of night and day. Alright. Fellas, the worst she can say is no. Me when she creates the concept of night and day to stop seeing me. Alright. I guess that's his twin sister, so maybe that's a little bit of a not quite the right meme to reference, but you know. These are gods we're talking about, so alright, we're gonna just leave that alone. Let's just say that the gods have familial marriage law going as well and leave it at that. Alright, pop simulation speed, that's fine. And then I believe it's not a Omen year. Or a War Council year, and it's not. Okay, good. Not good, but okay, fine, I should say. Okay. Let us proceed. I'm gonna siege this. I can't really... I just don't... Oh! They actually... There is a thing, or this is what I was just talking about a moment ago. Has this always been here? Is this in the base game? I don't think I've ever seen this before. This would be a pretty good deal. How can I get them to agree to do this? I also don't really want to pay them off. How much are they going to cost? You know, that's actually not that bad. I'll just pay them off. I don't want them to sack my... Although this isn't a city, it's just a fort. Maybe... No, you know what? I don't want to mess around with that right now. I got other stuff to worry about. Let's go ahead and resume. Alright, the Violet Wa have accepted our offer and they're leaving. Alright, they're gonna go off and make someone's day very, very bad. Also, I'm gonna move my boats out of the way preemptively. In fact, I'm gonna move them back to my port preemptively because they're gonna be attacked by the Navy coming out when this is occupied. Alright, please, no shenanigans with the sacking. Okay, let the looting be gentle. I guess one thing to keep in mind as well is that with Legion, I won't have control over the sacking. So there's an argument for actually... I guess here's the thing, right? I can create a Legion... Well... I'll have to think about how I want to handle using... Because I want to eventually raid China and like sack the many very, very valuable cities around the coastline. But with Legions, I'm not really going to be able to do that very easily. I'll have to think about how I want to handle that. I'll come back to that later. Okay. Let's go ahead and sue for peace. I will just take your island from you. Thank you. Okiki to Yamato. Alright. The Yayoi city-state of Oki accepts our generous peace offer. Very good. This was a war that they inexplicably started. Okay, Yamato Kores gained the title The Besieger. Very cool. Very appropriate title for this campaign, to be sure. I think we'll just keep this as a port for now, so we've got a port on the northern side of the continent. We have some pirates over here. Alright, great. Looks like the pirate fleet is in pirate mode, so that's a little alarming. I'm actually going to have these guys go to Oki instead for safety. I'm a bit worried to come back to Owari right now, so we'll just have them head up to Oki and hang out there. Okay, let me think about this. I still don't have enough manpower, so never mind. I'm not going to be thinking about this. Let's proceed. These guys are actually going to add Wa population up here. Oh. Or they're going to become the army of these guys? What? Huh? What did they just do? That barb stack just became their army. Okay, I don't know what's going on up there. These guys now have a 3k army stack just in their control, in their direct control. It's a little alarming. Yeah, this is like a normal general situation. Wait, is this... What is going on? Okay. I just don't know. Our ruler's efforts to influence Nanewano Ika Sikohime are well underway. In a jovial mood, Ika Sikohime approached High King Kware, suggesting that a formal declaration of her loyalty and commitment to the court would be a fine way of showing our appreciation. We remain unconvinced this is a politically sensible move. Ooh, okay, so I think, as strange as it seems, going for the PI is better for my stability than gaining the stability, because doing the sacrifice will give me more stability in total, and it'll pay for itself. And I am then ahead on PI for my next PI expenditure. So this is a little dicey, but I think I can get away with this. Plus I'll have slightly good trend for a minute. Alright, I feel like this could backfire pretty badly, but we're gonna give this a go. Oh, why not? Alright, stability drop. 18 stability, that's not great. But we're gonna go ahead and stab the pig immediately. It's gonna give us extremely high stability trend, almost a full half stability per month, which is very, very fast. So we're gonna zoom back up into good stability really quick. So hopefully this strategy does pay off. We'll see. Okay. Whew. Befitting stature. Yamato Mati is settling into his new role well. Okay, so we've seen this event before. 28 gold, I'll take it. Thank you. I should probably start planning out my Legion commanders now. Also, we went down back to 7. It's going to keep changing back and forth over time. It's picking a bunch of pretty solid characters. You know what? That's heavy infantry. Okay, never mind. Affection. Fearless. This guy would be pretty solid. Let's wait for now. Okay, Omi Tubara is too old, I think. It did pick my best martial characters already, so that's good. All of whom, incidentally, are definitely less good than Yamato Kore, but I can't have Yamato Kore leading a legion directly. It's not allowed because he's the monarch. Also, I did not fix that. Whoops. Missed out a little bit on money, but it's not too bad. Micro mistake. How's my daughter doing? So far, so good. Marshall is looking promising, so that is a good look. I could actually have my heir lead a legion, which could be a little risky, but I could do it. Worth remembering. I don't want to do any law changes. I can't really do anything else, and I'm not changing this back. Save the PI, I think. I think it is definitely time to invest a little bit in manpower infrastructure, though, I'm not gonna lie. 4 manpower from you, 1 from you. Not even a full 1 registering from other spots. I should build some manpower stuff over here. I just don't have the room for it at the moment. Every 10 pops. Okay, so we're going to want 3 more pop here. I can probably move 3 more pop in here. Definitely I can. There we go. Okay. Now we can build a conscription camp, which should give me 3 more monthly manpower, which is pretty good. Let's do that. Alright. Actually, should I build a aqueduct instead? No, it's not going to give me enough. It's not going to directly give me build capacity, so it's not worth it at the moment. Levy's almost ready again. I guess I could just go to war again. If I'm really careful about managing my manpower recovery, which is to say not let it happen. I need to keep it moving, you know? Don't have any time to waste. These guys are fighting Anna. Are they under siege? I don't think so. Alright. Back to it. No rest for the wicked. And this is all Wa territory, so it's gonna make my population available to work with for my legion creation better anyways, so let's go for it. In we go. This honestly doesn't matter too much. I may as well just real quickly do that. Alright. So lower the fort maintenance before people pay for my forts. Don't want that to be happening. You know what, did I did not. Okay. Let me get the nobles from here, then we're gonna do it all at the same time for a big boost of money. Alright, should be a sack wipe. There it is. I could siege this manually, but then I'm gonna be spending manpower on attrition. No, that's not true. I'm gonna use my food first. Let me siege this manually, and then maybe go to war with Anna right after. Well, hold on. There's no guarantee. They're both at war, so they both just had their... I think if it was not full garrison, I would siege it manually, but we're just going to assault and lower. Alright, just to double check for let the looting be gentle. So for peace, I'll be taking this Suo key to Yamato. Well, I'll be taking it in 2 days. Now I'll be taking it. Alright, very nice. This is a hills tile, which means it's probably going to be a farm later. Alright, lower the levy. Very good. Okay, and then I will go ahead now and... did not use any manpower, that's perfect. Let's make a bit of money. Sell you. I'll release you. My tyranny is creeping up, so I need to be a little more careful, but still need to balance everything. There we go. That is a good bit of value right there. My goodness, look at this guy. Whew. That is a valuable hostage to sell off. Another good hostage. Okay. That is everybody. So now I got plenty of money to work with. It's just having the manpower. That's going to be a bit of a trickier situation, as expected. Alright, well, what's our levy recovery rate? 8 months? Okay. We proceed. Also make sure to decrease the pay. Should improve our manpower. I guess I probably would gain a little bit of manpower if I switch this over. Is this research super necessary right now? I mean, this is the long-term play. I kind of want to just check and see how much more manpower I get if I switched it. This is still so fast. We have a lot of slaves still to promote. If I were to switch this, 30%. I can probably do the math in my head. Let's see, 30% would be... I might get another 1 or 2 manpower from that. But I think the research I'm getting is so worth it, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Not to mention, I can get manpower through research. This would be a little wasted if I don't have the cap for it, but this would let me get a legion going sooner, which has its bonuses to be sure. So we'll see. We'll evaluate. 26 per month is honestly not that bad anyways, so it's not like I'm starving for manpower. What's our barb growth rate? Plus 0.06. Okay. Do we have any more? There's a few more in the north. Okay. That makes sense. There's a pirate haven in Key. I actually didn't notice that. Too bad this is a forest tile, otherwise it'd be a good city location. Probably is a good city location, I'm just very picky. You know how it is. Alright, we almost have 500 manpower ready to go. Now, one thing, I'm actually going to go Alt-Tab very quickly. Give me just a quick sec. It's not going to show it on the screen, but... just because I play with legions so infrequently, you can edit legions, right? I'm just going to double check this. Hold on. Hold on. Cohorts can be added to neither units. Okay. Yes, it looks like cohorts, and this is what I thought, that you can edit a legion once it's created. I think I'll create the legion with 1 cohort as a starting point, and then I'll edit that legion from there. Also gonna preemptively check something. Our officials in the province of Kaga report that they have been approached by some of the petty landowners of the area with donations of grain and other fare for the use of the state. Whether they are unable to sell it themselves or are just model citizens, extra grain is always useful, though it has not yet been satisfactorily decided how the windfall should be deployed. Okay, I am happy to gain a little bit of money. I don't need the popularity, and the tyranny is not helpful right now, to be sure. So, it is a gift for the Yamato people. Very good. Alright, a few more months, then we can go ahead and get going with our first legion. And I will be doing a little bit of a RP with the naming. I looked something up in my tab, so I'm ready to go. Alright. 1st of January 466 is the date in question. Okay, we now have enough to raise the legion. Let's grab that there, okay. Okay. Here we go. Raise the legion in Wa. I'm going to start with one pikeman, I think. I guess I should technically start with the light infantry who are going to cost less in upkeep. Yeah, that's probably better to do it like that. That's more min-maxy. Start with one light infantry. I'm going to probably go for maybe 3 light infantry, 3 pikemen, and then a horse archer. Then we'll add more as we grow our strength. Okay, and then as for who's going to be leading it, well, first of all, let me go ahead and give it a name. At the moment, it's a little underwhelming because it's just going to be one cohort of light infantry, but of course, this is all about the long term. There we go. Let me go ahead and fix that. Okay, the Taiyo no Guntai is, I think, going to be the name I go for. This means Army of the Sun, which I think just sounds really cool, but calling it the Army of the Sun, like in the name of it, would I think be a little cumbersome. So I've gone for the Japanese translation, Taiyo no Guntai. Let's do that maybe. Let me just double check the syntax here. I'm trying to remember if in Japanese it would have a capital like that. I'm just going to go for it because it looks more even. So let me know in the comments if you speak Japanese and if my naming convention here is not quite right. But I am relying on the expertise of famously never incorrect Google Translate to get this here. So the Taiyo no Guntai will be created, and this will be my Wa Legion. I think you can rename legions later when you edit them, so I may change things up later. But for now, there's no need to have like region-based legion names, as ultimately we have one legion, and it's the Taiyo no Guntai for now. Okay, so to lead the Taiyo no Guntai, who do we want in charge? Atai Oragu is a solid option. Let me review him again. Oh, I just closed that. All right, we'll fix that. Let me figure out my legate situation. Okay, 9 martial. No, let me. I think I want to use Yamato Okime, family character. Her other traits are really good as well. Corruption reduction is actually pretty good. And she'll lose free hands, I think, when she becomes the Legion leader, so her corruption should come under control. She's super, super loyal. 5% discipline from being a commander with Blood of Yamato is great. She's an experienced officer of the court as my long-term master of the guard, so she's a really obvious person to become my first Legion leader. Energetic is great. And she does have an infection, which isn't ideal, but hopefully she recovers. She's still fairly young, 40 years old. I think this is a good character to work with. Let me go ahead and replace her with, I guess, let's see. Atai Toyo is fine. And then we'll assign her for the Taiyo no Guntai. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Let's switch this out for some other person, so I can move her in here. Okay, so she'll be the leader, and then I need to have 3 sub-commanders. I think I can add these in later. Let me just dismiss them all for now. I'm assuming I can edit this later. I'm hoping I can. I may have to remake this Legion if I screw this up, but okay, we're gonna add 1 light infantry to start with for a minimal maintenance. Okay, here we go. The Taiyo no Guntai is going to be founded on the 1st of January 466. That's an auspicious date of the year for the foundation. All right, 16 years into the campaign, the Taiyo no Guntai is born. Great, the Legion. Alright, the first Legion. It is always a large step for a nation to show it has the resources to keep a standing army. As we have formed Taiyo no Guntai, we now stand as a nation above others. Our glorious nation enters a new era of professional soldiers that will show no mercy to our enemies. Additionally, they will be able to forge a legacy of their own, and bravery or lack thereof shall determine its character. A new era has begun. Okay, so we've got ourselves the default Legion dedication. The founding of any standing Legion is a monumental day in the history of our nation. With pride and honor, our loyal troops shall remember the oath they swore wherever they do battle against our foes. So Legions in general are better than levies quality-wise. They tend to be smaller, of course, but it's because of things like Legion dedication that give them these flat modifiers. Also, Primigenia, army morale recovery, and cohort loyalty gain chance reduction. The firstborn among the legions, this is the oldest and most venerable fighting unit that a soldier can be a part of. Okay, so we can edit this, it looks like. Yes, we can edit it super easily, so that is great. We've got Yamato Okime in charge. Does she still have free hands? I guess she does, actually. Okay, you can, I guess, give free hands to a legion leader, which is good to know. Okay, so she is going to be leading our legion over here. We'll call this first Taiyo no Guntai. No. Let's call it Taiyo no Guntai for now. Okay. Alright, so we got our army set up here. Let's go ahead and put it onto what will be the best composition long term for pikemen. Probably for pikemen and light infantry. Probably envelopment. Yeah, okay. And then we'll obviously change this later. Okay, very good. The Taiyo no Guntai has been founded, and now they are posted up in Yamato just in time for the conscription camp to finish as well. Good timing on that. Alright. Definitely want to make sure, now that we've got a standing legion, the maintenance cost is going to be something that we're going to be paying for, so I want to make sure this is tended to. Alright. There we go. We'll see if that updates after the tick. Okay. We also have enough gold available, or I mean enough PI available to do some stuff. I think we want to found another city. I could get a holy site going in Awadi, and there's a few good reasons I could go for that. Getting a holy site for Fusion to get the Legion maintenance cost bonus improved could be quite nice. There's a number of good options here. Azuki-Yomi would be another good one. I think let's go for... Well, I guess I could do a holy site because I have the money for it. Plus this means more slots for my treasures. Or I could build another city. I kind of want to get another city going. I can always desecrate if someone beats me to it with a shrine to another god that I want to get a shrine for. Let's see. I think a city in Iwa is called for because I just need to have more room for good population to go somewhere in this province. I mean, Yamato still has plenty of room, technically, but yeah, it might be a little preemptive. I could build the city at Kaya, actually. Yeah, you know what? That might not be the worst idea. I think I want to get my treasures going. Let me get a holy site in Awadi. Yeah. Dedicate a holy site over here, and I think I want to do it to... Let's see. Deity of fertility versus deity of war. Since Awadi is likely to be one of my major ports, I'm going to go for Fusion up here. And I think Fusion will be my deity of war long term. Yeah. I think Fusion is my best option. Okay. Let's go for Fusion in Awadi. There we go. Very nice. Okay, Awadi is coming along nicely. And we can go ahead and do a little bit of treasure management. Temple of Awadi. What do we have here? The boar hide. Okay, that's cool. not a lot of stuff to put in here, but I guess we can put stuff in there later. All right, very good. Mostly it's just about securing the holy site for myself. Omen Power is going crazy, by the way. It's a lot of Omen Power. All right, how's my daughter doing? 7 years old, looking pretty promising. They can, as you can see, the Legion claims one cohort that the Levy would use. We could still raise the Levy. And I probably will still raise the Levy for another war. I think I need to just keep using this Levy while I can, as I continue feeding manpower to my Legion. It's kind of odd, but I think this is the way to do it. Also, I think, under these circumstances, I will waste a little bit of manpower and go for Triumphal Coins early. I'm going to get a pair of researches in the next couple of years. And I think this is worth doing, even though I'm not going to have full manpower cap to take advantage, because then I can finish building my Legion in sort of one fell swoop. Otherwise, I'm stuck for like a 10-year period doing this weird back and forth. Plus, there'll be this weird middle period where both my Levy and my Legion, if I do it just every time I get 500 manpower, where they're both too small to siege. I guess I could use both of them at the same time, so never mind. It's an unnecessary concern. All right, 22 days. Let's attack Anna next, I think. Oh, never mind. We're going to deal with this first. Suwa declares war upon us. All right. Who? Oh, Suwa over here. That's right. Okay. Well, another province I guess I have to enter into unexpectedly. That's fine. All right. I will just use my Levy for this. No need to get fancy. Let's raise them here. This is more than enough to work with. Let's increase my maintenance to normal. Yeah. I want to be careful about... Yeah, now we're in the negative. I mean, we got a little bit of money, so we could go... Okay, that actually fixes it. I don't think we need the morale. Let's just go in. Alright. Another mysterious AI declaration. I mean, I'm happy to have the AI declare on me when they can't win. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, Fortress under Siege. Here we go. You know what? I've already let a bit of time pass. Let me give it one tick in case I get a breach, and we'll do an assault. If I get a breach, I'll use my army again for another war right after. These guys want to trade with me. I've got iron in Mino? Really? Oh, whoops. Did not mean to cancel that. I was trying to click over to Mino. Oh, I do have iron in Mino. How do I have... Why am I just getting trade requests from these guys now? Maybe because my AE is low enough. Let me trade with Chi. Definitely let me trade with Chi. I might actually want to trade my iron over to myself internally. I'll do some slave building micro later. Let's just get this thing wrapped up first. Alright. Come on, show me a breach. No. Okay, no, that's fine. Let's just power through this. Get this thing over with. Another trade route available. Very nice. What can we reach? Ooh, I can reach double vegetables now, and I feel like I should do that for slave micro. I'll come back to that later. For now, let me trade in some cloth for value. Now, I'm glad I've got a lot of research going because I definitely need to... Oh no. What? Oh, low morale. Okay. I'll give it a tick. Really, right out of morale. That's interesting. Also back up to 25. Stability. Good stuff. Come on. There's power for the rest. They're just sacking of Suwa. Oh, gentle. Give me the gentlest of looting right here. This is a little dicey. Okay. Get me out of this war. This goofy war. Alright. Suwa Shinano to Yamato. Okay, well that was a little strange, but I guess it is what it is. 7-month recovery period. We used all of our manpower too. Irritating, but not too much I can do about that. And it is one more tile that I now control, which I can't complain about. Alright, let's go ahead and do some of this. Okay, 32 tyranny is a little questionable, but loyalty is under control. Actually, I think everything's under control. I think having high tyranny at the moment is perfectly fine. I got really good stability. Well, not currently, but I have had good stability in this campaign, so I just hope that I can get away with it. Lower the maintenance. Even with low maintenance, our army does pretty well. Got 1 gold in peacetime now, which is amazing. Looks like Titibu still... Is this the... Oh my god, okay, well... Alright. Sorry guys, yeah, I'm calling you back. Alright, Mikuni declared war upon us. What is... Okay, at least they don't have that Barb army that they had earlier, like, hanging around. Alright. Increase the maintenance again. Lower the fort maintenance. I'm just gonna raise my army. I'm gonna raise it here. And just walk in. Okay. Well, more of Kaga for me. Look at me. I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm a perfectly peaceful High King, and all of my neighbors just keep attacking me unprovoked. I've done nothing at all to justify people being concerned about me and my territorial ambitions. This is just anti-Yamato hysteria. Alright, we're gonna catch them here. Allegedly, we'll see about this. I don't think we're gonna catch them. Maybe this time they're gonna move too slow. No. This is awkward. Let me split in half. Half of you go here, half of you go here. So we're gonna catch them. Okay, now we're gonna catch them for sure. Alright. Half of us will catch them, then the other half will get there afterwards, so that should work just fine. We'll be attacking into hills, shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Go. Probably not going to be a stack wave, but it should be... Yeah, it was not a stack wave, that's fine. Numbers... Oh, you know what, never mind. Don't need to worry, because they have partial garrison. Why did they declare on me with a partial garrison? Like, what are they doing? Actual... Oh my god. Okay, this looting, this will be the gentlest, like the velvet, like, cat fur... softness levels of looting need to occur here. Okay. Playing with fire with these numbers, okay. Sue for peace, give me this territory. Mikuni Kaga to Yamato. Alright. Just real interesting AI decision making here. Okay, so this tile here is probably... Ooh, I've got a wood tile now. It's actually pretty good. This will probably end up being a lumber... What's it called? Logging camp. Yeah. Okay, well, my borders continue to become more solidified, which is quite nice. Let's proceed. Okay, so now we're waiting again for another half year. What's my tech doing? Pretty good. Also, decrease the pay. Okay, martial perk available. I do want to grab this, so we're going to continue in the martial tree, even though I kind of want to switch him over to a civic focus. I want to try to grab military values. Alright, let's grab shipbuilding cost reduction for 10 years. Okay, good stuff. Also, when I hit 470, I'll need to redo influence stakeholders because it takes 20 years, then it runs out. Okay, this one should be finishing in just a few years here. I can grab Fetialis. And then soon afterwards, okay, a few months afterwards, I can grab Triumphal Coins. It's going to be a little wasted, but there's not too much I can do about that. I guess I could, if I was really wanting to really truly min-max. But that being said, I'm going to eventually get the difference in manpower in a matter of like 2 or 3 years. That's going to save me 2 or 3 years, or probably more than that, to go for Triumphal Coins early in order to get my Legion going. It's not like I've got a lack of money to work with, speaking of which. Alright, Tyranny is getting a little dicey, but I have to build a Legion, and I need the money to do that, and I have to get the money by doing this, so that was a valuable set of prisoners right there, holy moly. 36 Tyranny, okay, this is manageable so far, but let's not. Ooh, you know what, this is not manageable so far. What is the problem? Soga is furious. Yeah, I can see why. My simulation rate, it's very low. You know what? We're going to switch this over to harsh treatment. Yeah, I think so. I need these guys to demote. What's my demotion speed now? Okay, the tribesman demoting is not what I care about. I need the citizens to demote. This will stabilize things. And this is under control. And this could actually be, let's see here. I guess I'll make this assimilation for now. That's fine. What's going on in the mainland? Oh my god. Zhao is going wild. Alright, Zhao completely destroyed, I think, what are they called? Yan? The guys in the north. These guys are fighting Qi, and they're losing to Qi. Wei, with their standard border war nonsense, are fighting Chu, and they're losing to Chu, but Chu is also pretty badly occupied by Wei. Qin is just kind of here, just kind of observing. Interesting. Oh, Phnom is getting obliterated by the jungle tribes. Okay. Got Candace over here. Okay, we got Big Pandya. Nothing too surprising. Kush is looking pretty impressive. How the Ptolemaics doing. They've allied with Malos, which is a choice. I'll leave it at that. Alright, everyone's doing pretty well. Normal stuff going on in this game so far. We got Joseon conquering more of Korea as well. Okay. 5 martial on my kid, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Gotta remember to tutor her at 12. Let's not forget. Am I gonna have any more children by chance? Are we doing this? 32. I mean, she is depressed, so I don't blame her for not really feeling like having more kids, but 1 kid only is a little risky. Fingers crossed we don't have any problems. I don't want to start this campaign with a succession crisis immediately, but that would be standard monarchy situation. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this legion's not done too much so far, but not to be worried. I guess if I'm gonna do my tech plan, I can use the Levy once again. I suppose I probably should. Just have to keep the pressure going, you know. Can't give these guys any time to not be conquered by me. Such a long wait between each conquest. The conquest happens so quickly. I think Anna is next. These guys are currently fighting a bunch of people, but Citizens euphoric. The patriotic citizens of Yamato are ecstatic at our benevolent rule. In honor of our majesty, they have kindly raised a rather pitiful sum of gold, hoping to procure some political favor. We simply haven't the heart to tell them that this gift was a trifle. 15 gold is actually not too bad. That's over a year of income right there, so I think Yamato Kore is just being a little unreasonable with this commentary, but okay. Oh well. I will take it. There is religious advances. Hiking, our administration has expanded enough to implement one free innovation. Very good. Also more Omen Power, which is phenomenal, which means even more pop simulation speed bonuses. Okay, we're going straight for Triumphal Coins. Fetialis is next. AE impact minus 2.50%. The Fetial priests were a group of ancient Latin priests who performed unusual rites related to the declaration of war. Okay, now we are real close. Actually, you know what? We might be even closer than I think. How much do I need for military experience? Is it 80 in this mod? Yeah, it's 80. Okay. Also, no, this is the one with the free province. Oh, it's also a free province investments, not innovations. Although this one here that gives me a bunch of WA freemen all over the place is really, really good. What else can I get? Discipline. Levy, oh, Levy says multiplier immediately would be amazing. I might go for this. This is just so strong. This is also really good. Found city cost modifier. Great for this campaign. Definitely. I think I probably do want to get back to city founding because I need to have 10 cities to advance my mission. I've got a lot of good locations. Well, I've got a number of good locations to work with. Let's not get over excited here, but I've got some good locations to work with. All right. Let's keep the pressure going. And again, this is all WA population, so it is worthwhile to conquer. Okay, let's go and declare the war. We're not going to catch them in time, that's fine. Here we go. Five cohorts, is that it? Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we need to be a little careful numbers-wise, but I think we should be fine. Here comes Taiyo. Too late. I got here first. You snooze, you lose. That's how it goes. So, with the numbers I've got now, 1,500, I can probably get away with this. Let's cross our fingers and toes that there's no shenanigans here. I think shenanigans are here. Okay. Well, we damaged their garrison quite a bit, so that's going to speed things up. And it's not like I'm in my territory, so hopefully I don't recover. I mean, I'm going to have full manpower once I do the tech, so I guess it doesn't matter anyways. Let's just keep punching away at them when we can. Just need to recover our morale. Maybe after the tick, one more tick, we should be good. Really? Okay. Well, we'll just let this, we'll give it one more tick, then we should get it on the next attempt. We're just battering away at these walls uselessly. It's just for morale as well. I'm gonna wait for the siege phase timer in case I get it for free. Alright, I got it for free. Okay, what do we have here? Gentle looting is what we have here. Thank you. Alright, the Yayoi city-state of Ana accepts our generous peace offer. Ana key to Yamato. Alright, get lowered imminently, please, thank you. Okay, so this location here does control a valuable crossing, but Taiyo is an amazing city location. Farmland, it's coastal, it's on this crossing. I'll conquer Taiyo and keep the fort here and make this a city to be sure. What else is down here, by the way, in terms of good terrain? Oh, Ito is also pretty good. Okay. Maybe I'll have a pair of cities over here. Hinokuni and Himuka are also pretty solid. Also, over here on this island, Sanu is probably a solid spot for a... yeah, that'll probably be the Iya capital. That makes sense. Alright. This fort will go. And then the prisoners will go as well. I know about the tyranny, I'm aware. I'm just doing what needs to be done for the state. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. With my resources now, I need 50 PI to found more cities. Yeah, I have to wait on that. When is my next one here? April. Was that? Wait, hold on. April? Is that right? Yeah, April of next year. That's almost a full year away. Ugh, all right. Maybe we squeeze in a little bit more. Gotta wait a year anyways. That's actually quite a... I guess we did a lot of assaults, so I suppose that makes sense. We've nearly wrapped all the way around and conquered the rest of the Wa territory, so that is quite nice. Though there is some Wa population on the island as well, so that's pretty good. Man, what's my population looking like now? 104 Kodo. Wow, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Alright, continue growing that population. 9.1 research, that's quite nice. Okay. Yamato expands. At this point, I'm just expecting more inexplicable war declarations from enemies who don't have the power to fight me, but want to anyways, because it's very hard AI. That's Imperator Rome for you. Alright, we got the Taiyo no Guntai formed. That's what I wanted to do. I think now's a good moment to bring my navy back over to Owari, where they're going to be, I think, in a more useful spot than over here on these islands. Up to above 1 gold per month. That's pretty good. Certainly has been worse. How's my wages looking? It's creeping up there, but so far it's not too bad. I do have a lot of corruption problems, but as long as I just keep it under control with the loyalty. Again, you know, without needing to poach characters to be governors, the corruption buildup is not going to be a serious problem. And the PI gain is so nice from having all these loyal characters. Already almost 50. I think the next city I want to build, let's see, Kaya or Honokuni. Honokuni already has a, no, Soga has a holy site. I could build a city at Soga, actually. That wouldn't really help with the, well, it might help a little bit with the loyalty. I think building a city at Iwa is also not a bad idea. Lots of places to pick between. I need to build cities basically everywhere that is a not terrible spot for a city. I want to have a nice tall Wa region to work with. We'll be sending out expeditions from these islands out to the mainland to bring back lots of loot. It's going to be great. Alright, they've made it back. Good job. Okay. Do I want to change any of my ideas, by the way? We just dodged those pirates. Very good. I don't think so. These are all the right ones. This requires religious advances 4, like this next layer of them do. Okay, that's fine. I think I do want to make, let's see. I do want to make Iwa a city next, I think. I'll spend my PI on that. Oh, that rounded up quite a bit. Okay, 1st of January, 468. 18 years into the campaign. Let's make Iwa a city. This will be my port city for Yamato. Upgrade. There we go. It's going to probably replace the rice, which is fine. We'll see what we get. Okay. We're so close to getting the manpower needed to create this legion. It is going to be very nice. We also almost have enough for our first military tradition. We're getting there very close. Only a few more months. Shipwrecked. One of Yamato's most renowned merchant traders, Nanewano Ikagase Kohime, has appeared before court in tears. She tells of a huge shipment of exotic fruits which sank beneath the roiling waves on a journey from Owari to Tylos. You go to Tylos? Really? Wow, that really is quite the journey. Tylos is over here. Oh my god. Absolutely, like we got like some Magellan-ass behavior happening over here. That's really impressive. If that's actually the journey that they were taking. I mean, I guess maybe they're traveling in the same very well-traveled group of ships that were also bringing Germans over for people to learn about German culture before. Anyways, so I can gain some loyalty with this character, who I don't think that's very necessary. Or I could ignore her. Or I can gain a trade route in Mino for 31 gold. I'm going to go for this. I think a trade route in Mino could be quite nice. Offer to buy up her failing trade empire. Okay. Let's trade something into Mino. Ooh, you know what? I can get dyes. I'm actually going to trade dyes into my capital. I cancel one of the sheep. Oh, I don't have a port, so maybe that's why I can't reach dyes here. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the concern is here, but let me, I guess, trade for sheep again. Is that actually having an effect? I can't really tell. Oh, I'm trading dyes from Yamato. Okay, that's why I can't trade dyes there. I'm surprised no one's buying my dyes, actually. This means I have a... No, you know what? It's because I have a surplus of dyes. That's right. I forgot. I guess we'll trade for livestock. Guess that's the best we can do. That's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh, the Chi Navy's over here? What are they doing over here? They got a god tier admiral, by the way, Ye Ju. 13 marshal. Holy moly. I'm a little nervous about this. Now, there's literally like negative numbers of reasons why Chi would even think of declaring on me. They definitely know about me. They have a neutral opinion of me. My AE in WA doesn't make them feel anything. They aren't bellicose stance. I mean, they're busy fighting Zhao, so they'd be out of their mind. But this is the very hard AI, so nothing is out of the question. I mean, they definitely have naval supremacy right now. But you know what else they have is a lot of very, very valuable cities. If I could just do something a little funny here, I could make a lot of money. I guess what I could do technically is I could leave one levy, and as long as my king, or whoever my ruler was, has more martial than the legion leader, then the levy unit takes over the army, and I can still have my king lead the army, but use the Legion's compositions. There might be a weird strategy I can do where I purposely leave behind one cohort for the Levy that I then raise to bring with the Legion, to have the Legion be under the command of my Monarch, who can then do sacks. Because the concern is that if I don't control the army directly through my character, then the Legion Legate will just sack towns and take all the money for themselves and not give it to the state. I think there might be something there. There might be a strategy there. And with that strategy in mind, some sort of daring raid on the Chinese mainland does feel very tempting. But this would be, like, I need to have, 500% confidence in my naval supremacy. If these guys land on Japan with their, land strength, I'm going to get obliterated from the face of the earth. So, I don't know. It's an interesting idea. Another strategy is to actually join a war that's already happening, where that's about to happen. If I could ally with Qin, for example, that would be huge. Obviously, they're not into it right now, but they might be up for it later. I think allying with Qin and trying to be friendly with Qin is a good idea, because Qin is very scary. Qin is an absolute monster in the mid game in Terra Indomita. Having a local Chinese kingdom to be my friend, who I can then join their wars to sail over and sack the lands, could be kind of interesting. I mean, getting it tangled up in the Chinese politics is a big mess, so I need to be ready. I don't feel like I have control of my islands yet. I want to focus on my islands first, but the power of having naval access to these coastal cities is definitely very tempting. Lots to think about. Let's proceed a little further. It should be a month or two, and then we'll be able to get our manpower fully secured. Martial advance, there it is. Our administration has expanded enough to implement one free innovation. Morale of armies and morale of navies, and increase to our maintenance cost. Right, April 2nd. Here it is, Triumphal Coins. The creation of high-valued currency minted purely for prestige and honor should be produced whenever we hold a major triumph. As such, our glory will be known for all time. Alright. You know, it does go above the cap for one tick. Maybe I can actually make use of this manpower. Can I get away with something funny here? I might be able to if it's drawing directly from the manpower pool. I might be able to actually use the extra manpower for free. Or not for free. Well, it's not for free, but I'd be able to use all the manpower. Okay, I think we're cooking here. Let's see. Let me just do something a bit like... something a bit like this. That'd be 6. But then I have no levy. That's okay, I don't need a levy right now. As my population grows, the levy strength will grow anyways, and then I can just add more to the Legion from the levy as it grows. This is actually not even, that bad manpower-wise. Maintenance cost, though, is a little... Yikes. That's my entire economy right there, just to support this Legion while I'm on low Legion pay. Oh boy. Is this the composition I want? I think pikemen and light infantry are the best for my traditions. But do I want to have 3 and 3, or do I want to do 4 light and 2 pikemen, or the other way around? I think 3 and 3 is probably fine for now. All right. This is going to be expensive, but here it is. All right, we have a 3K Legion. This is probably the strongest army on the island. And yeah, pikemen and light infantry. Pikemen in the back. Pikemen are pretty good, but mainly I'm getting them because my traditions have a pikeman-oriented set of bonuses. Okay. This looks good to me. The Taiyo no Guntai is looking solid. Okay. And then, yeah, yikes. Well, I guess we're gonna put this this Legion to work then. Now, even though I'm... One concern I have, though, is that for taking these castles... oh, you know, this place is actually kind of large. I might want to control how I sack this. These places here, not so much. I'm worried about, what do you call it, depopulating the land. But I think there's not too many places that are that low pop that it's a serious risk. I think if it was like a 2 population, look, oh yeah, this one I'm a bit worried about. It's been assaulted, that's why. Or it's been like taken by something. Or, what do you call it, besieged. I think I can probably get away with it. If I need to, I can always colonize. I'm trying to remember how colonization works in this mod. Is there like an uncolonized spot I can click on to double check? I cannot double check that easily. Okay, that's great. Well, we got our Legion set up now. So the nice thing too is that the Levy modifier from being raised won't be a concern any further because we're going to be putting our strength into the Legion. I think we're going to start using this Legion for our wars from here. We'll have to see. But either way, we're going to be seeing that in the next episode of the Yamato Campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.